What is going on, everybody? How are we all doing? And welcome back to the original Road to Glory on FIFA 17. And today we have got a bit of a post commentary for you with some weekend league gameplay in the background, as well as some SBCs actually, and an amazing inform pack pull that you'll see towards the end. But if you do enjoy this episode, I got a hair on the end of my nose and it's driving me mad. I've had my haircut today, and you know, you have any haircuts and you just find hairs everywhere that are really itching you. That's what I'm going through right now. But I was going to say, if you do enjoy this episode, be sure to leave a big thumbs up on the video, and don't forget, if you are new to the channel, click that subscribe button down below, become a part of the Nidge Nation. But in the background, you're going to be seeing our first 5 games from this weekend's weekend league. We don't get off to a great start, to be honest. We win 2 out of the first 5 games. I have steadied the ship a little bit since then. I'm not going to reveal exactly how we're getting on. You'll see that in the next episode. But yeah, it was a bit of a poor start, but I always seem to start very poorly in the weekend league. I don't know if that's just me or if that's a common thing. Like the first couple of games especially, it is very, very rare that I win them. And you've seen in the background the 2 that we're using, it's the exact same team that I showed you before. We've got Petit in there. It's the very, very nice looking front 2 of the Inform Perisic and also Inform Ben Yedder as well. And for the first time, I actually did a bit of the custom tactics as well. Usually, I'm a little bit frightened to mess with that in case it completely ruins the team. But I actually went up on the speed in the attack, and then I lowered the defensive pressure and aggression just to see if that'd make any difference. But as you can see from the gameplay in the background, we were conceding goals left, right and centre, and I do end up changing it. I think you see it in this video. I end up changing the custom tactics a little bit, and from that moment forward it went a lot better. But I thought I'd talk to you a little bit about the weekend league and how I play in it, because I feel like I've become a bit of a better player this weekend. I was playing the first couple of games that you've seen in the background now, and you might notice a difference in the gameplay about halfway through the episode here. But usually when I play FIFA, I'm very quick, I'm very first time passing, all that kind of stuff, cut and thrust. And that wasn't really working for me, so I decided to take a leaf out of, well, to be honest, I saw this in the 26 Road to Glory where he was just saying, just slow it down, calm the play down, don't have to be sprinting all the time and just wait for the runs to come past you. Don't just play a pass for the sake of it. And I found that was making a huge difference to me. It was really improving my game plan. Like I say, you'll notice about halfway through this episode, I think we actually come back in one game from 2-0 down to win 4-3. But in that game, halfway through, I was like, right, Niall, concentrate, stop doing stupid passes, concentrate on the match, and just like I said, don't do anything daft, because usually I just pick stupid passes, shoot in unnecessary positions. And I tried to stop myself from doing that, calm it down a bit, look after the ball, and just wait for the runs to be made. And that seemed to make a huge difference. Like I said, from that moment on really is where the form picked up. And like I said, I'm pleased to report, after a pretty poor start to the weekend league, like I said, 2 out of 5 in the first 5 games, we've actually, like I said, I don't want to spoil it, but we've picked up the form quite significantly. We're on track for a semi-decent finish, which I'm quite happy about. But you'll see the pack pull that we get in a second. There was obviously the Lunar New Year packs that came out, and I was actually really happy. I don't know why EA couldn't have done anything like they did for the Lunar New Year for Christmas, because we had, depending on how often you played the game, how often you logged into the game, you got a certain tier of pack. We were tier 4 on this account, which I think there was only 5 tier. I think tier 5 was the highest one, then there's 4, 3, 2, 1, and we were tier 4, so we actually got a really decent pack for that. And we also got the SBC, which I have completed, but you won't be seeing that in this episode. That'll be in the next episode, I think. And then we also, I think, yeah, that's right, we were doing some bronze to silver to gold packs, where the SBCs, where you convert your bronze players to 2 silver, then you 2 silver to 3 common gold, and then into the 2 rare gold. We actually did that because we had so many silvers knocking around, sorry, so many bronzes knocking around from the bronze pack method at the start of the year, and I just hadn't got around to doing it yet. And that is actually where we pack our Inform, believe it or not. So I was really happy. He is untradeable, but he is a very good player to have in the club. Definitely, you'll see in a second. This is a bit of a clue actually. You might be able to figure it out. He fits into the team we've currently got absolutely perfectly, just by sheer fluke. So we actually bought in Nzonzi to replace Petit when he was out of his loan contract, but we ended up using this player that we packed instead of Nzonzi, and then I think we sold Nzonzi as well. So everything was going pretty well at this point, to be honest. We had the poor start, but like I said, we really have recovered it pretty well since then. What I would love to hear from is how you're getting on in the weekend league as well, because like I said, for me, I always have a poor start, and then I seem to keep on, I pull myself together a little bit, and I usually put one good run together at some point or another, which I've had today actually. I'm recording this late on Saturday, and I've had a pretty decent day today after, again, a poor start, I think. So we lost 2 of the first 5 on Friday, And then this morning on Saturday, as I'm recording this, I actually lost the first 3. But then since then, we've actually gone on to hit some decent form. You're seeing in the background now, we changed our tactics again slightly. And it's in this moment on, really, that the team started to play a little bit better. I was very concerned because the first game we come up against after this is a very nice team. And this guy takes a very early lead. I always seem to concede very early goals as well. I don't know if it's because usually when I play, I go on to counter-attack and defensive. It's almost like it takes a second for the team to register that when I first start, so they don't sit back straight away. And so often I'll just get a ball pinged in behind me and concede early on. But we do manage to get it back into this game very early, actually, through a penalty, I believe. That's right. I think that's what's going on in the background right now. But yeah, right now the Road to Glory is going very, very well. I'm pleased to report that. And I want to know your thoughts as well on when I watch other people's Road to Glories. A lot of the time, they'll have one team and they'll stick with the team and they'll try and improve it player by player so they know they've got a solid team for the weekend league. But I actually quite like doing a new team every weekend league, basically. Sometimes that's necessary because you have restrictions, and there was originally actually there was the restrictions for next week's weekend league where it's going to have to be a Premier League team, but they've taken that away after what was happening with the disconnect glitch, the coin farming glitch, and the no loss glitch. I think they're the 3 separate glitches. They claim to have fixed one of them, and all of them are still completely in action. I'm pleased to report that I'm now about 20-odd games into the weekend league, and I haven't experienced it once. So I'm hoping that's a common trend. I'm hoping it's a lot rarer than people actually say it was going to be, because I think the real concern was any time that you were losing, people were just going to pull it off like that and you'd be screwed over. But I haven't come across it once yet, I've got to admit. And I do say kudos to a couple of people that I was playing and I was all over them 2 or 3-0 up, and they could have done it against me if they'd have known how. But I mean, they might have not known, obviously, but it just hasn't happened to me at all. And I think it's a much rarer thing than a lot of people are making it out to be, fingers crossed. But hopefully they can fix it nevertheless anyway, because it's poor to be this far into the game and there still be those kind of things in the game that just shouldn't be anywhere near it. I mean, FIFA, there always seems to be issues every single year, and this year is no exception whatsoever. But I was going to say, I'd love to know anyway how you've been getting on for your weekend league, if you've encountered the glitches very often, if you're doing well, if you're doing poorly, if you're struggling, how you feel the gameplay is going, because it's always interesting to look on Twitter. If you want to follow me on Twitter, by the way, I'm at Nidge Players, but I always go on there and look on the weekend and see how people are getting on, and there's such a mixed bag of response. Usually you get some people saying it feels slow and laggy, you get some people saying it's flowing and it's brilliant. And one thing I will say that, again, I picked up from another Road to Glory, is that if you feel like the gameplay's slow and laggy, it could just be your connection to the server, even though sometimes it says you got 4 bars, whatever. It can still be a bit dodgy sometimes, as we all know. And hard reset your Xbox or your PlayStation and go back in again, because sometimes you can just refresh it and your connection just can drastically improve, and that can eradicate that. So don't keep on going if you feel like the game's slow and laggy. Try again, hard reset it, and you know, you don't want to punish yourself, you don't want to just keep on grinding it out if you don't have to. But you can see in the background now, we've currently got the squad builder challenges in the packs. I was literally about to open the 2-player pack that we got for the bronze upgrade, I think, and then this popped up. We got the free kit for the Lunar New Year, and in a second the message is going to pop up. But the first pack that we open, I can't remember what order these come in now, but the first pack is the silver 2-player pack, and this one isn't very exciting whatsoever. However, we did use this guide to finish the Lunar New Year one, where it was like 6 players. I can't remember exactly what it was called now, but so he did come in use for that, which is pretty nice. And the second pack that we're going to open up, I think actually the message pops up before, but oh no, this pack does open. We get interrupted by the message at some point, but this pack, it's another silver one, and again, it's unless I get an Icky and Nacho in those packs, I'm not going to be happy, really. There's not many silver players that I'm going to be particularly happy with. The one thing I will say as well, while the packs are opening up, there's the message that pops up saying that we're tier 4, is I'm actually really annoyed with myself, because last week the weekend league got cancelled. The week before I only played 2 matches, and that's really going to cost us gold. We would have comfortably got gold monthly if I hadn't have pussied out basically of that weekend. The gameplay was laggy, it wasn't flowing nicely at all, and I thought, you know what, don't want to do it, we'll be fine. We'll got next week, but of course, because that got cancelled, it's put us in a position where we're just not going to be able to get gold monthly, unfortunately. That pack there is actually a decent one. So we get Juan Mata as our face card player, and there's a couple of other decent players in there as well. There's Baba Rahman in there, who we used to complete another SBC. I think we used that to get the two gold rare plays in the gold one. And there's just some semi-decent players in there. One Matter we may well use in a future squad, but even if we don't, they're all untradeable, and we can grind them through the SBCs anyway. But yeah, I was just saying, I was really annoyed at myself, because if we'd have just ground out that weekend league, we would have comfortably got gold monthly, and that means we would have got 3 red informs, which is what I really want. So we're going to have to make sure we do it next week, because I'm actually really enjoying weekend league right now. we had a bit of a break last week, and I was really pleased to get stuck into it again. And like I say, although sometimes the gameplay is frustrating just because your opposition level is so high, I'm really trying to learn from it and improve. And you can see the inform that we get in the background now. It walks out, well, it doesn't walk out, it's not a walkout, but we actually get a player that I reviewed today, Vicente Iborra. Fantastic, fantastic central midfielder. Not the quickest, but fantastic agility. He's got anything but fantastic agility. He's got fantastic aggression, great tackling, great passing, and he's just fantastic all-rounded box-to-box midfielder that we will definitely be using in the weekend league. Well, I have been using since Petit's loan has won out, so I was really happy with that. But that is going to end up this episode. So let me know in the future if you want to see more of these each week, maybe like the first 5 games that I play every time post-commed over, or just if you want to see live gameplay. I don't think I'm ever going to do live weekend league games because it just takes too much concentration for me. I can't concentrate and play at the same time when the stakes are that high. But this is going to end up the episode, lads. Like I said at the start, if you did enjoy it, leave a massive thumbs up. Good luck with you all with the rest of your weekend league. Of course, this is going out on Saturday. There's still Sunday to go. And I will speak to you all in tomorrow's video, which is going to be a very, very nice 500k squad builder. So I look forward to that. I'll catch you all there, lads. Nidge out.
Yo, he's Nidge, plays with big games and player reviews are getting insane. He entertains while he elevates, his video quality resonates. On career mode, he got lots of vids uploading off and he's rocking it. He's got the confidence in all his commentaries. Videos range, they often vary. Got need for speed and a road to glory. Just watching vids and you know the story. The content is underrated, I'm understating, so don't ignore the like and